What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be talking about durability, how fusing weapons affects durability, and max life of weapons in Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Before talking about fusing weapons, let's talk about base weapons and their durability in this game. Every weapon has a base durability programmed to that specific weapon, and all of that information is not visible to the player, ranging from the least durable weapons in the entire game being literally a branch of a tree, and the most durable being a light scale trident, the Zora champion weapon. Of the 175 weapons in the entire game, there are 62 of them that are actually 31 weapons but have a decayed and a pristine variant. Now, pristine weapons are almost always found in the depths and require you to have found the decayed weapon in the world and destroy it. Then a ghost soldier may present it to you in the depths, and some ghost soldiers have special loot tables with rare weapons that respawn every blood moon. It's a lot to get into right here, so that's just going to be my quick recap. I have a full video on that if that's what you want to see. Decayed weapons now generally have less durability than pristine weapons, but by varying amounts. Weapons that are powerful and durable in their pristine versions have decayed versions with only about 60% of the durability, while Traveler's weapons only lose about 20% of their durability in decayed versions. Royal Guard weapons only lose about 7 to 11% of their durability in decayed versions, but we're only talking about a difference from 15 to 14, so those numbers get a little skewed. Now, this tree branch that I just got right here, if I were to go ahead and equip this tree branch has a durability of 4, which means that it's going to be able to do 4 hits before it gets destroyed. Now, there's a number of things that don't constitute as hits, such as hitting the air, hitting the grass, which even if it was a sharp weapon and it were to cut the grass, it still doesn't take any durability. Having a blunt weapon and hitting a tree is not going to be taking any durability. I could do this all day.
I can do this all day.
Activating Zonai objects does not take any durability. Again, I could do this all day.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
Hitting switches that you're going to be finding in shrines doesn't take durability. If you do a charged attack, that's not going to be taking any durability from your weapon as long as you don't make contact with anything. There's only one exception to that, is if you were to have a weapon that has an elemental ore on it, such as a topaz or something else like that. If I go ahead and I shoot these off, then you're going to see that this no longer has max durability. You could tell that it's max durability because you're going to be having that little flicker there. That specifically talks about its max life is complete, and we're going to talk more about that specific in just a little bit. All of those examples that I just showed you, this tree branch still has max life. Now, I know for a fact it has 4 durability, because if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, it's destroyed. Now let's talk about fuse durability. Every weapon in the game will gain durability when you fuse something to it, and that added durability is more times than not 25, on top of the weapon's default durability. The only weapons that do not get 25 additional durability when fuse something on top of it include stall arms, which only get 3, Gerudo weapons that have the strong fusion ability that only get 5, and there's a variety of weapons that only get 10 additional durability, including tree branches, torches, rusty weapons, gloom weapons from Phantom Ganon, Royal Guard weapons, and tools such as soup ladles, wooden mops, and farming hoes. Everything else in the game gets 25 durability added on top of it. And just to let you know, decayed weapons versus pristine weapons have no effect to that added durability whatsoever. Now, when you fuse something on top, you add 25 durability on top of the weapon's base durability, and this is internally called the weapon's max life. So I have a wooden stick, and if I stick a stick on my stick, I now have a stick, wooden stick. So this stick has a durability of 12, and we add 25 on top of it. That means that this base stick can do 37 hits before it's destroyed with things fused to it. Now, because the thing that we fused to it, that second stick, only has a durability of 12, if I do any hits with my stick, it's going to be taking away from my weapon's max life before the weapon's base durability. And I know that the stick that I just fused to it has a max life of 12, so if I do 12 jump attacks, 1, 11, and 12, that second stick is going to be shattering. Now, this wooden stick I have in my hand still has a durability of 12, and it had a max life of 37. But after doing 12 of those hits, I now only have a potential max life of 25. However, because there's nothing on the end of my stick, I'm not going to be reaching that. If I do attacks now, it's going to be taking off on my base durability. That additional durability that allows us to achieve max life is only used when you have a weapon being fused with something. That means that I could come over here to this wooden stick and stick a second stick on my wooden stick for a wooden stick to my second one. So now we have a full durability of 25. And after I do 12 hits, it's going to break. So as I'm going through, I know that my stick has a durability of 12, but its max life is right now 13. If I attach this tree branch, I know that this is going to be having 4 hits on it. 1, 4. And now we're currently eating into our stick's personal durability, whether we have something fused to it or not. So if I go around and attach anything else to it, like this bow, and a wooden bow has a durability and max life of 20 since you can't fuse anything to a bow, only arrows, it doesn't matter what that durability is because our base weapon is now down to only these many hits. 6. And now we have the notification. The notification happens when you're down to 3 durability. And last hit, it's gone. Now, if any point if I were to go and destroy fused material or go to the break apart shop, my base weapon would still maintain its durability and its max life and its current potential of max life. So what's the TLDR of all this? Most fusible materials are going to last indefinitely until the weapon itself breaks, with some notable exceptions, like anything that's soft, squishy, or brittle like bones, things like that, choo-choo jelly. I think you get the point from there. Early to early mid-game travelers weapons are going to have fantastic durability, even the decayed versions of them. All of your weapons in the end game should be pristine versions of weapons as they boast much better durability, especially talking about things like royal weapons. As soon as you get a weapon, fuse something to it, then you're going to have more damage over the weapon's overall max life. And more times than not, you typically don't want to put a weapon at the end of your current weapon. Of the 171 weapons in the entire game, there's only 34 of them that are going to have a durability that's greater than 25, and if you decide to fuse that at the end of another weapon, you're just going to be squandering its overall potential of damage output. So if you're doing a whole bunch of amiibo scanning and you have yourself a bunch of Bagoron swords that have dropped from the sky, don't put a Bagoron sword on a Bagoron sword. Your Bagoron sword and your good weapons should always be your bases, and then you should be fusing materials to the end. Materials from your inventory, special objects that mini bosses are dropping like Stone Talus Hearts and Kogera Jaws, as well as any variety of Zonai devices that you want to attach to them. That's it. Simple explanation on how durability works in this game. TLDR, fuse everything. That's it. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, Austin John out.